A lot of people don't really talk about this, but Jesus actually gave a lot of references towards money and investing in his teachings. Before I get into it, I already know there's someone down in the comments saying I'm taking these verses out of context. But believe me, you cannot get more in context. Starting at Luke 19:12, Jesus tells a story about a nobleman and his investing here. A nobleman living in a certain province was called away to the distant capital of the empire and crowned king of his province. Before he left, he had called together 10 assistants to give them each $2,000 to invest while he was gone. But some of the people hated him and sent him their declaration of independence, stating they had rebelled and would not acknowledge him as their king. Upon his return, he called the men of whom he had given the money to find out what they had done with it and what their profits were. The first man reported a tremendous gain, 10 times as much as the original amount. "Fine," the king exclaimed. "You are a good man. You have been faithful with the little I entrusted to you, and as your reward you shall be governor of 10 cities." The next man also reported a splendid gain, 5 times the original amount. "All right," his master said, "you can be governor over 5 cities." But the third man had brought back only the money he had started with. "I've kept it safe," he said, "because I was afraid you would demand my profits. For you are a hard man to deal with, and taking what isn't yours and even confiscating the crops that others plant. You vile and wicked slave," the king roared. "Hard am I? That's exactly how I'll be toward you. If you knew so much about me and how tough I am, then why didn't you deposit the money in the bank so that I could at least get some interest on it?" Then turning the others standing by, he ordered, "Take the money away from him and give it to the man who earned the most." "But sir," they said, "he has enough already." "Yes," the king replied, "but it is always true that those who have get more, and those who have little soon lose even that. And now about these enemies of mine who revolted, bring them in and execute them before me." So this is just another demonstration that Jesus gave, that those who have will get more and those who don't have will have less. So it's just another demonstration of the law of attraction and how Christ actually taught it, but just used different terminology. Now you can go ahead and go down in the comments and talk about how I'm taking all these verses out of context, even though I went from page 1 to page 2 to page 3 to page 4 and so on. I mean, that's how I read the book, so pretty much in context if you ask me.